guys, it is Monday and I am driving up to Flagstaff right now. I'm actually following John. I'm in the rental car and John is in our new car. We are going up to Flagstaff and dropping the rental car off. It's actually due back to the rental car place by Wednesday, but since we already have another car, there's just no sense in hanging on to it. We haven't been driving it the last several days because we love our new car so much. Anyway, yeah, I'm going up to Flagstaff today and tomorrow with John because I have 2 retirement workshops. So this afternoon at 2 o'clock, I have when the Arizona Retirement System has these little classes that you can, or workshops you can go to that are called Journey to Retirement, and there's 4 of them, and you can actually attend them online, but I realized that through our Human Resources office that they're having 2 of them on our campus, so the people from the Arizona Retirement System are coming up to Flagstaff and they're going to be doing these workshops. So I thought, well, you know, that'd be really great because, I mean, the ones that they have online, they actually have a live person so you can ask questions, but I just think that it's just easier when you're in person. So, yeah, so that's at 2. The first one that I'm going to is at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that's the 3rd class in the Journey to Retirement, and then the 4th class, which is the final one, is tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I will be going to that too. So all that to say, I will be spending 2 whole days in Flagstaff, and I'm just going to utilize that time to really get some work done. I do pretty well working from home, but I tend to get in this new house, I tend to get distracted because there's still just stuff to do all the time. And yeah, it's just easier for me if I can just go in my office and close the door and work. Although I can get distracted at work too, so I will probably go see my dad. Yeah, I'll have to do that before I go to that class and stop in and see him. I'll be interested to see how he is because he hasn't called me for the last 2 days, and I told you guys that if he doesn't call me and I call him, he tends to be a little bit out of it, and so I wonder if he hasn't called me because he's kind of having some out of it days, but usually it's not 2 in a row. So it'll be interesting to see how he is and what he's like. But yeah, that's kind of today. And if you guys saw on my other channel, Busy Being Jen, my mini challenges that I do every month, the March mini challenge is to do stretching, not every single day. I mean, if I do it every day, then great, but at a minimum of 4 days a week. And so I did a little bit of stretching yesterday, but this morning before I got up out of bed, I just kind of laid there in bed and did some stretching of my legs, and then I sat up and stretched my neck and shoulders and my back a little bit. It felt really good. So I figure on the days that I'm going up to Flagstaff that I'll just try to fit in some stretching like that. I probably spent 5 minutes. And then on the days I'm home, I think I'm home. Am I home the rest of the week? I am. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so then on those days that I'm home, I'll try to do something more like yoga. But yeah. Hi, you guys. It is Monday evening, and you know, I showed you that the carnage from that windstorm. Oh, sorry, by the way, I came home from work. We have to go earlier up to Flagstaff than usual because John has a staff meeting, and I just didn't want to have to get up at 4:30. Can you hear that? Sounds like a cat. It's Peacock. Anyway, it's not ours. Anyway, so I took a shower, and the storm kicked up as I was taking a shower, and I was just like, oh, please just let me get out of the shower with no soap in my hair and let me have time to dry it. So it looks horrible because I haven't curled it or anything. I was drying it so fast because our lights kept flickering in the house. So we have our little lanterns and stuff out just in case. But anyway, so terrible. I mean, this stuff was just blowing. I was chasing cushions, patio cushions, across the yard. We have some cushions that are over here in the back, and they were in the far front corner of the yard. Thankfully, we have a fence. Otherwise, they would have been gone. But John and I ran outside, and we were grabbing some of the things and putting them in the garage. I had some petunias that were on a stand, and they had kind of fallen against the fence around the garden, so I picked those up and put them in the garage. I don't know what the cows are doing over here. The horses behind our house have been just running around like crazy. I don't see anything back here, but anyway, it has settled down. Now you can see, let me show you. It's windy, but it's not like it was. I mean, a little bit ago, I thought this tree was going to come down. It was just so, anyway, just crazy. It's supposed to snow, it's supposed to rain and maybe snow an inch in Flagstaff, so just overnight. And so we're going to go ahead and make the trip. We're going to take John's gigantic truck, though, and, you know, spend like $100 on gas. Not really, but anyway, yeah, we are not taking my car, and yeah, hopefully everything will be fine. We'll go slow. Hi guys, it's Tuesday morning. John and I are headed up to Flagstaff. The last time I filmed when we were on our way up to Flagstaff was shortly before we got in a wreck. So we're hoping that doesn't happen today. It was supposed to rain in Flagstaff and then snow a little bit overnight, like an inch. I think it called for snow at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the evening, and again at midnight. I'm not exactly sure what it did. So we're only at the 4,000 foot level right now, so everything's really clear. You can see out the window. But we'll see when we start to get to around 6,000 feet what actually happened. So we are in John's big old truck because it does better and doesn't slip around as much. And we're just hoping that this is the last time there will be, well, that's stupid to wish for, isn't it? The last time there'll be weather for the season. The average last day of snow in Flagstaff is May 9th. But usually it's just like flurry. So, okay, so that's that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hi guys, made it to Flagstaff. The roads were really clear. It's clear that it did not rain because there's not any ice on the roads, and it probably snowed maybe a ½ inch. Everything's colored, I mean, you know, covered and dusted in white. Can you see that? But anyway, so the roads were fine, but I'm glad we brought the truck just in case. Weather today is supposed to be fine. You can see it's nice and sunny. So I am gonna run some errands today. I'm heading into the office right now, and I'm gonna just kind of dump my stuff off and maybe do a little bit of freelance work. At 9 o'clock, I'm attending another retirement meeting. I attended one yesterday afternoon, which was for people who are planning to retire in the next 3 years. And then the one I'm going today is for people who are planning to retire in the next 6 months, around the next 6 months. I have about 8 before I retire, and so, but I figured it would be good for me to go ahead and go to this, just to kind of figure things out and learn about what I need to do. It's been kind of interesting because at the meeting yesterday, it was clear that there were a lot of people that just didn't understand that the pension check they would get would be reduced because of taxes, and then the cost of health care because there's no employer contributing to that. And I heard one lady say, "Oh, I'm so depressed." You know, and it's kind of a tough thing. And I guess for me, I just think that my intention was never to not work anymore. It's just that I'm doing another business and I get to call the shots. I am not going to be having to be on anyone else's schedule but mine. I can choose to work or not work. And for me, like, okay, so before I started working at NAU 15 years ago, I had a business, the same business. I was writing teacher idea books, but I did it full time for 4 years. And it went really well. John was in school full time. He was not working. I was in school too, not full time. I was able to support both of us, and I qualified us for a house on just my freelance income. So the getting was good. And then 9/11 happened, and it tanked my business. And you might think, how in the world could a terrorist attack in New York, affect my little freelance business in Arizona? But it impacted the economy, and people didn't really know what was going to happen. So a lot of businesses turned inward, and they halted production on things, and the companies I was working for just were at a standstill. They weren't going to start producing anything more until they knew what was going to happen to the economy. And I was desperate. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And so anyway, it just turned out perfectly that at the same time I was graduating, there was, in the middle of a hiring freeze, there was a position open at NAU. So that was total God thing. But so after that, I was just afraid to even consider going back to doing this. And so the fact that I am going to receive a monthly pension, it makes it so that I can do this, because if something happens like that again, and for some reason there isn't any work for me, it won't matter, because the money I'll be getting, is almost the same as what I'm getting right now working. So, hi you guys. It is so bright out here. And it's 33. You can see it. Everything looks really pretty with the snow. Apparently it snowed pretty hard here, but it doesn't look like it built up too much. Anyway, I decided to walk across campus instead of drive to go to my meeting. Hi guys, it's Wednesday. This is lunch today. It is a burrito that has refried beans that have no animal fat in them, avocado, tomatoes, onion. I put some vegan cheddar cheese shreds a little bit in there for flavors, some Tabasco sauce, and I also put a little bit of enchilada sauce. It's Macayo's enchilada sauce that has no animal product in it. Hi guys, I'm just driving up to Walgreens to drop off a prescription, but I thought I would update you on my mother-in-law. There's not a whole lot to tell you, except that she's doing pretty well. She's not had chemo yet. They're still waiting for her to have time for her incision to heal from her abdominal surgery. I think I remember telling you guys that they don't think it's ovarian cancer. It might be peritoneal cancer. And it also could be that a lot of times the tumors in the peritoneum, which is the lining of the abdomen, a lot of times those are secondary tumors to a cancer somewhere else, like colon cancer. They haven't been able to do a PET scan yet. Their insurance company was making them wait until they confirmed it was cancer. And so I'm not sure when she's scheduled to have that done, but they need to find out where the cancer is originating, because if it is in the colon, then of course she needs to have another surgery to remove part of her colon. Anyway, all that to say that even before she had surgery, she went in for a procedure to remove a bunch of fluid from her abdomen, and they took out 1.3 liters of fluid from her abdomen. And that is, the tumors, I guess, form this fluid. It's got cancer cells in it. And when they went in to do the surgery, they found tons of these tumors on the peritoneal lining, and so all of those tumors were producing this fluid. Well, when they went in to take out all those tumors, they also took out 2 liters more of fluid. But the good news is that since she's had the surgery, she's not filling up with fluid again. So it was clearly those tumors that were doing that. It doesn't mean that everything's fine now. She still has cancer, and she's going to have chemo. We just don't know when. Probably I'm guessing her treatment will start next week, because it's been gosh, over a week, maybe over 2 weeks since she had her surgery. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, her spirits are up, and she's still waiting for that giraffe. You know, the giraffe that everybody's been talking about that's pregnant, and everybody's been watching for 2 months and saying that the baby's due any day. Yeah, well, she's still watching. She's still watching for that. But anyway, so that's kind of the update on her, and when I hear more, I'll let you know. I so appreciate your prayers, you guys.